Sri Gurubhyo Namagatu. Children, you are welcome for online class. See, today we are going to learn English grammar tense. Sri RM Chain Groups of School welcomes you for the online platform. And today we are going to learn about English grammar tense. Tense forms. Okay, children, what is tense? What is tense? So, tense means time. Tense means time. Now, eight parts of speech is there. What are the eight parts of speech? Eight parts of speech are we say noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So, eight parts of speeches are there. They are very important in a sentence. Without these eight parts of speech, you can't frame a sentence. If whatever the sentence if you have, you'll be having a part of speech. For example, how you have a face, in a face, so many parts. You have two eyes, nose, beautiful lips, a mouth, teeth, two ears, and a curly hair, and you have all lovely things in your face, isn't it? Like that, English sentence also, you have eight parts of speech, and in eight parts of speech, verb plays an important role. So, in verbs, you can make two things. One is you'll be saying that it is what to say. It will be eight parts of speech. That eight parts of speech tense. You have two kinds of tense. One is regular verb and verb. In a verb, you are having tense form. So verb, if you are taking, it is an action doing word. It is an action doing word, and auxiliary verbs are there. But we are going to go for action doing words, and which plays an important role for tense. For example, sit, stand, eat, play, run, and you have lot of words, verbs, and you know all the verbs. So when you do anything, that is known as verb. And in the verb, you are having tense form. You say that first of all, you can separate the verb into two types. One is regular verb, the other one is irregular verb. Regular verb means there will be a change in their past tense and past participle, and present participle with ing. So here the same way, there will be not a change. Instead of that, ed will be added to the thing, and there won't be any change at all. For example, put, cut, cut, and kill, killed, and eat, ate. So here it is a regular verb, and ed, and there is no change, is called irregular verb. So verb will be of two types. One is regular and irregular. By noticing the verb and their past tense and past participle, you will be separating into it is regular verb and it is irregular verb. Regular verb will be having changes in their past tense and past participle, but irregular verbs are there won't be change, or ed will be added. So it is clear, children, you understood two types of verbs. And if you go in depth, you have verbs with transitive and intransitive. Why I'm saying this all, later class, if you tense is important in grammar, to write a sentence without a mistake, to write paragraphs, and not only that, when you go for transformation of sentence, it is very, very important. So first of all, you know what is present tense and past tense, and what is past participle. When a direct indirect, if they change saying that the simple present will change into simple past, then you must not blink. So right from your early age, you would have learned, but as a base, I'm just telling you, I'm just brushing your mind. That's all. Okay, transitive verb and intransitive, where it is usable, use for you when you're changing the passive voice. Then also you must know the tense. Then it will be helpful. So basic thing for a child to learn is tense, and with that tense, you'll be learning further things and making the writing sentence or a paragraph. It will be very useful. It is clear, children. We'll go for the thing. And what is this verb? Transitive and intransitive. A verb which needs the object is called as transitive, and a verb which needs doesn't need the object is called intransitive. Transitive. For example, intransitive, birds fly, kite flies. So here flies. That's it. It doesn't need any object at all. And sometimes I gave. What you gave? A pen to my friend. So a pen is what, your a chocolate, a pencil. So this all what? What this all the object. So when a verb needs an object, then that verb is called as transitive. If it doesn't need the object, it is called as intransitive. It is clear, children? So two verbs you have learned. What is that? Irregular and regular, and transitive and intransitive. Shall we go for tense form? So where with the verbs only we'll be having a tense form. How many tenses are there? Now if you're taking in Tamil, you have three. What is that? What is that? Nigargalam, Irandakalam, Edirgalam. So you'll be having. Isn't it three? The same way, here also in the tense forms, you have 12 tenses. Tense means time. What is the meaning for tense? In a Latin language, ten for that means tense. It's clear to you? Meaning time. Tense means time. Okay. Tense forms. Yeah, the tense of a verb shows the time of an action or a event. Tense forms, the tense of a verb shows the time of an action or event. Example, I write this letter to inform you. So it shows the tense form. The verb write refers to present time. The verb write refers to present time. I wrote the letter in his very presence. So write is present tense, wrote is past tense. The verb wrote refers to past time. So it is clear, children? I shall write another letter tomorrow. The verb shall write refers to future time. So here you understand there are three forms. First, mainly present tense, past tense and future tense. So it is clear, I write this letter to inform you. It is present time. So it is a present tense. I wrote the letter in is very present. The verb wrote refers to past time. I shall write another letter tomorrow. The verb shall write refers to future time. So it is future tense. So how many tense are there? Main tense are there? Three types. What are they? Present tense, past tense and future tense. It is clear, children? There are three tense forms mainly divided into first one is present tense, second one is past tense and the third one is future tense. Thus there are three main tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. So thus there are how many tense, children? Three tense. What are they? Present tense, past tense and future tense. Verbs come in three tense: past, present and future. The past is used to describe things that have already happened. Example, earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago. The present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continuous. So here the past is used to describe things that have already happened. Example, earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago. The present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continuous. So here present tense is when is it used? Already happened. For example, earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago, like that. Present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now, or things that are continuous. Okay. So at the present, what is happening is present tense, and it is progressing means it will be coming in continuous. We'll see in later. The future tense describes things that have yet to happen. Example, later, tomorrow, next week, next year, 3 years from now. So future tense describes things that have yet to happen. So what is happening now is called present tense. What is happened a long back is called past tense. What going to happen in future? So already happened is past. Now what is happening is present. What is going to happen is called future tense. So in future, what is happening is future tense. What is happening now is present tense. What happened already is called as past tense. So three tense. It is very clear, children, for you. Okay. Past tense, present tense, future tense. Past simple, present simple, future simple. Simple past, simple present, simple future. So you can call simple past or past simple, or present simple or simple present, future simple or simple future. So here, if you know, I studied English. So that already happened. You studied English long back. So you studied, you're saying that it is past tense. You study English now, so it is called as present tense. You will study tomorrow, next year, or 10 years after, then it is future tense. So you are using future tense. It is very clear, children. Present, past, and future. So what happened already is past. What is happening now is present. What will happen in future, that is what is going to happen after a week, or tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, or a month after, or a year ago after, it is called as future tense. It is very clear, children. Yeah. Past tense, past tense, present tense, and future tense. So next tense is past tense. I had studied English. So this is past perfect. And present perfect, I have studied English. I will have studied English. So this is present tense, what you'll use. I have studied English. Past tense, I had studied English. Future, I will have studied English. Yeah. Past continuous. So past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. So you saw three, children. What is that? Present, present continuous, sorry, present, future, and past. Three tense. In each you having four. What is that? First you learned simple present or present simple, simple past or past simple, future simple or simple future. Then what is that? Next you studied past perfect, present perfect, or future perfect. Then past continuous or present continuous or future continuous. I was studying English is a past continuous. I am studying English is present continuous. I will be studying English in future tense. Okay, it's clear to you. Then what is the next tense called? Past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. I had been studying English. I have been studying English. I will have been studying English. So this is present past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So if you are taking present, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So how many you having? You having three into four. What is that? Present, past, future. In present, three is there. Present, you're having four. In past, you're having four. In future, you're having four. So totally, how many tens are there? There are 12 tenses. It is very clear, children. It is very clear to you. How many tenses are there totally? Somebody said only three. Somebody said eight before I'm asking question. Okay, how many are there now? 12. So there are 12 tenses, children. It is very clear to you. Okay, shall we move then? So what are the 12? Tell me. Yeah. What is that? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Simple past, past perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Simple future, future perfect, future continuous, future perfect continuous. It is clear, children? Let us move to the next. Yeah, it is very clear you're getting. Simple present, simple past, simple future. I study English every day. 2 years ago, I studied English in England. Okay, so your simple present tense, I studied English every day. So every day is a clue word. I am studying English now, present continuous. Present perfect, I have studied English in several different countries. That is called as present perfect. Then present perfect continuous, I have been studying English for 5 years. Then simple past, 2 years ago, I studied English in England. So that is your simple past. Past continuous, I was studying English when you called yesterday. Past perfect, I had studied a little English before I moved to USA. And past perfect continuous, I had been studying English for 5 years before I moved to USA. Okay, simple future. If you are having problems, I will help you study English. If you are having problem, I will help you study English. Okay, I am going to study English next year. Future continuous. I will be studying English when you arrive tonight. I'm going to be studying English when you arrive tonight. I will have studied every tense by the time I finish this course. I'm going to have studied every tense by the time I finish this course. Okay. So future perfect continuous. I will have been studying English for 2 hours by the time you arrived. I'm going to have been studying English over 2 hours by the time you're arrived. Okay, it's clear, children. This all 12 tenses are there. Very clearly, I have given you. It is very clear to you. So, same sentence we are taking and we see now it is. It is sentence formation in 12 different tenses. It is clear, children. So, yes. Play a crucial role in the English language. So tenses play a crucial role in the English language. Yeah. It denotes the time and action takes place, whether sometime in the past, in the present, or will take some time in the future. From a general view of tense, this module will go on to discuss each tense in detail with example and also new way to learn tense with examples and exercise. The table below gives a glimpse of the way tenses are used using the verb play. So past, now, future. Yeah, simple. Past, present, future. Simple. Played, verb plus ed. And when you're taking simple present tense, third form of the verb, that is third person, he, she, it, name of a person, will be writing with play plus yes. And other remaining words, persons will be having only play. So here in simple present tense, there is a rule. What is that? When it is third person singular, he, she, it, and the name of a person, verb will be added with yes or es. For example, play means plays, write means writes, eat means eats. So like that, you will be adding yes or es according to the verb given. You will be writing yes or es. Okay. So here play, plays, will play or shall play. So here will be given for a second person and third person pronoun, and first person pronoun you'll be using shall. So I shall play, we shall play, he will play, they will play. Okay, perfect tense, had played, had plus past participle you will be having. Then present tense, has, have played, has for third person singular. He has played, she has played, it has played, and I have played, you have played, they have played. Same way, I will have played, I shall have played, you will have played, we shall have played. So like that you'll be changing according to the tense. Okay. Continuous. Was, where, playing, was plus verb plus ing, or where plus verb plus ing. In present tense, is plus am plus or is plus verb plus ing, or am plus verb plus ing, or are plus verb plus ing is the structure of the sentence. Will, shall be playing, will be playing. So will be verb plus ing playing, shall be plus verb plus ing playing. So had been plus verb plus ing. Has, have been. So here you will be writing has been playing or have been playing. Will have been playing or shall have been playing. So children, it is clear this is the game like, and you were understanding easily the structure of the 12 tenses. So you have past tense for simple, simple past, past perfect, past continuous, past perfect continuous, simple present, present perfect, present continuous, and present perfect continuous, simple future, future perfect, and future continuous, and future perfect continuous. It is clear, children. The tense past tense. Simple past tense indicates an action took place before the present moment and that has no real connection with the present time. So simple past tense is there is no connection between the present and indicates an action took place before the present moment and that has no real connection with the present time. For example, he danced in the function. The action took place in the past, is finished, and is completely unrelated to the present. He flew to London yesterday, so he is anymore not in the place. So it is very clear, children. So there is no connection between present time and past you are speaking. Already it had happened. So he danced in the function, already happened, finished, over, and is completely unrelated to the present tense. Now, again, if you take, he flew to London yesterday. Note, the verb flew is an irregular verb which does not take ed in the past tense like a regular verb. The form of simple past tense verb plus ed. So the verb flew is an irregular verb which does not take ed in the past tense like regular verb. Okay, the form of the simple present tense is verb plus ed. Okay. Past perfect tense indicates an action in the past that had been completely before another time or event in the past. For example, so past perfect tense text indicates an action in the past that had been completed before another time or event in the past. For example, he had exercised before it started to rain. He had slept before I came back from the market. So your past perfect tense. So indicates an action in the past that had been completed before another time or an event in the past. So you will be having two events. One already past happened and the other one will be past perfect. He had exercised before it started to rain. So two action, he is exercised and rain also started. So he had exercised before it started to rain. He had slept before I came back from the market. Note, the form of the past perfect is had plus verb plus past participle form, or third form of the verb plus verb. Past continuous tense indicates an action going on at some time in the past, or an action in the past that is longer in duration than another action in the past. For example, it was getting darker, the light went out while they were reading. So, past continuous tense indicates an action going on at some time in the past, or an action in the past that is longer in duration than another action in the past. For example, it was getting darker, the light went out while they were reading. Note, the form of the past continuous tense is was plus verb plus ing. So indicates an action going on at some time in the past. Sometime past it had started and even now it is continuing. That is called as past continuous tense or progressive tense, past progressive tense. So it was getting darker, the light went out while they were reading. So here you can, the light went out while they were reading. Note, the form of the past continuous tense is was plus were plus verb plus ing. Fourth tense is past perfect continuous tense. Indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or a event in the past and continued during the second event time point in the past. So past perfect continuous is indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or event in the past and continued during the second event time point in the past. For example, at that time he had been writing a novel for 2 months. At that time, he had been writing a novel for 2 months. He had been exercising when I called. So, here past perfect continuous means indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or event in the past and continued during. So, it had taken place in the past and now also it is continuing and the second event time point in the past. So, you'll be, he had been exercising when I called. So, when I am called, that time he is exercising. He had been exercising already, he had started it and he is doing when I'm called. So the form of the past perfect continuous is been plus verb plus ing. So four past tense you learned, and now what is that? You learned simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. You learned past tense, past simple past tense, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Learn four. Clear, children? We'll go for present tense. Present tense. Simple present tense indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. So, simple present tense indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continue to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. This tense is used to denote a habitual action. For instance, he walked to school. General truth, for instance, the sun rises in the east. Honesty is the best policy. A future event that is part of a fixed timetable, for instance, the match starts at 9 o'clock. Note, the form of a simple present tense is verb without to and agreeable with subject. So your present tense, simple present tense indicates an action that is generally truth or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continue to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. This tense is used to denote a habitual action. For instance, he walked to school. So he walks to school. He walks to school. Yes is missing there. He walks to school. General truth, for instance, the sun rises in the east. Honesty is the best policy. Future event that so here simple present tense indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continues to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. This tense is used to denote. So here Yeah, past tense and the present tense, everything you will be doing the thing. So such thing is called as simple present tense. Where habitual action means he walks to school. I walk to school. He walks to school. General truth, for instance, the sun rises in the east. Honesty is the best policy. Future event that is part of a fixed timetable, for instance, the match starts at 9 o'clock. Note, the form of a simple present tense is verb infinite. Present perfect tense indicates an action that has been completed sometimes before the present moment, with a result that affects the present situation. For example, he has finished the work, he has slept. So he had completed his work, so he went on for rest. The form of the present perfect tense is as, have plus verb plus past participle form or third form of the verb. Present continuous tense indicates an action that is taking place at the moment of speaking. For example, she is walking, I am studying. Note, the form of a present continuous tense is, am, or verb plus ing. Present perfect continuous tense indicates an action that started in the past and is continued at the present time. For example, he has been sleeping for an hour. The form of a present perfect continuous tense is has been verb plus ing or have been verb plus ing. Okay, future. So future tense is what is going to happen in tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next month, next week, 10 years after, or whatever it is. Okay. Future tense. Simple future tense indicates an action that will take place after the present time and that has no real connection with the present time. So, simple future tense indicates an action that will take place after the present time and that has no real connection with the present time. She will visit her ailing grandmother soon. He will walk home. Okay. So the form of a simple future tense is will plus shall plus verb, will plus verb or shall plus verb. Future perfect continuous indicates an action in the future that will have been completed before another time or event in the future. For example, by the time we arrive, he will have studied. The form of the future perfect tense is will plus shall plus have or will have or shall have plus verb plus past participle form or third form of the verb. So will have plus verb plus past participle form of a third form of the verb or third form of the verb or shall have verb plus past participle of the verb or third form of the verb. Okay. Future continuous tense indicates an action in the future that is longer in duration than another action in the future. For example, he will be walking when it starts to rain. So the form of future continuous tense is will be plus verb plus ing or shall be plus verb plus ing. Future perfect continuous indicates an action in the future that will have been continuing until another time or event in the future. For example, he will have been exercising an hour or two. The form of future perfect continuous tense is will have been plus verb plus ing or shall have been plus verb plus ing. Okay, so now you learned 12 tenses, children. Right from 6th standard, you're thorough with the tense. Okay, let me see. It is the time for us for the questions. Test yourself. Choose the correct verb from the those in the bracket. Okay, the earth dash round the sun. Move, moves, moved. What will be the right answer, children? Ah, yes, moves. The earth moves round the sun. Why? Because there's a truth or a fact happening. So it is scientific fact or a truth. So you'll be using simple present tense. My friends dash the film yesterday. So yesterday is a clue word. So saw. My friend saw the film yesterday. Right, very good. Who answered it? Ah, nice child. You get a sweet from me in the next class. It started to rain while we dashed tennis. It started to rain while we are playing. Okay, started so while we were playing. While we were playing. Okay. Hi dash English for 5 years. Hi dash English for 5 years. I have been studying English for 5 years. The train dashed before we reach the station. The train before we reach. The train will have arrived before we reach the station. Don't disturb me. I dash my work. I'm doing my work. Fortune dash the brave favors the brave. I dashed the letter before you arrived. I wrote the letter before you arrived. So I had written the letter before you arrived. So wrote is wrong, children. Had written before you arrived. He dashed next week. He will be meeting us next week. Okay. Perhaps we dash Delhi next month. Perhaps we will visit next month. Okay. So if it is already planned action, then you will be writing visit. It is future tense doubtful, then will visit. Clear, children? Yes. One of you answered simple present tense. It is right. If the planned action means it is simple present tense. If it is not doubtful, then it is not. It will be okay. So Ragul, your friend Mano has sent you a postcard. It's from Kerala. It looks nice. Ragul, I bet it does. He dash that it's very hot there. There dash a lot. He wrote that it was very hot there. There was a lot of tourists. The hotel was full. He said the restaurants was always full. Yes, I'm sure it is. The papers dash say that the temperature says the temperature there is 30 centigrade. Then he dash that he has learnt a bit of Malayalam. He wrote that he has learnt a bit of Malayalam. He got on well with the people there, especially the women. Look, didn't the newspaper says that there is another strike in Kerala? Rahul, yes, it did. Manas one mind having to stay Kerala longer. Okay, correct the following. So it is an error. No, you enjoy children? Yes. I lived in Calcutta since 1930. So I lived in Calcutta. I had been living in Calcutta since 1930. She died before her husband came. She had died before her husband came. I have written a letter to her last Monday. So last Monday will not come. Last Monday. I had written a letter. I wrote a letter to her last Monday. I am reading Kalidas for the last 6 days. I was reading Kalidas for the last 6 days. The new hotel has been opened last Saturday. The new hotel has been opened. So the new hotel opened last Saturday. He had gone to Madras last week. He went to Madras last week. The train leave the station before I reach there. The train has been leaving the station before I reach there. I wish my men had been coming quickly and find us. I wish my men will come quickly and find us. At the moment the baby sleep in the cradle. At this moment the baby is sleeping in the cradle. He goes out for 10 minutes. He gone out for 10 minutes. Okay, children, it is clear. Thank you. You learned the tense, children. You enjoyed the class. I believe. I hope you enjoyed the class. Okay. Thank you, children. We'll continue in the next class.